Thank you for watching these videos of me driving to work. The Old Town videos captivate people's interest because it shows criminal drug addicts, in the morning with their campsites and the way they walk out in the roadways. And so the people that view these videos, in some cases, are surprised by it, and in more local cases, they expect it, and they're genuinely curious how busy is the hobo foot traffic that day. But I think it's a good reminder here that criminal drug addicts have become a subculture that has been tolerated in our society. And what makes them different than regular homeless is the fact that they don't want a bed and they don't want a job. They just want their next fix. That's what it's all about, is just obtaining their next chemical fix. And as I always say, they will betray family, friends, and neighbors and everything that's decent just to get their next fix. That's what a criminal drug addict is. Now, because of the decades of Eureka allowing it to solidify into an actual subculture, what you have is a high propensity for property crime from that group of people. And unfortunately, I've been predicting it for years. As the property crime continues to show up on the books and no overarching changes happen, eventually the property crime will shift into more violent crime. And unfortunately, it's not being reported, but there is actually a lot of violence happening in the homeless community, but it happens where you don't see it. Criminal drug addicts prey on those of the homeless that are mentally ill, and they prey on the very small group of the homeless which are just down on their luck, who need work and need a home. And that's why I talk about this so much, because that's the real crime against humanity, is the fact that we are allowing a dangerous subculture to exist and to be violent against people that certainly don't deserve it. So it's only going to get worse if we don't enforce the camping ordinance. It's only going to get worse if we continue to allow this subculture of criminal drug addicts to run rampant. And they want to tear up our roads and put in bike lanes and bulb outs and all these traffic calming measures. But in reality, if they want to reduce the number of vehicle and pedestrian collisions, all they have to do is get the criminal drug addicts off the street. It's true. That's all they have to do. Get the criminal drug addicts off of these mean Eureka streets and watch the number of vehicle versus pedestrian incidents decrease. That's the truth. Now, I know a lot of people will take me to task for that. Yes, we could be like Willits and have a bypass, and yeah, I'm sure that would help a little bit. But at the end of the day, if somebody is cracked out of their mind and they're just walking in the middle of the road and a car hits them, that's not really the fault of the driver. That's the fault of the criminal drug addict. And we get what we tolerate. And that's my message for this decade. We get what we tolerate. It's time to stop tolerating having a subclass of very dangerous criminal drug addicts. Can we all just agree that we need to treat people better than that?